Also try to keep ourselves safe. How many things do we get in the mail that we just throw into the recycle bin without thinking about our personal and private information that could be on it, that yes, dumpster divers could potentially use against you? We have something called Guard Your ID here at QVC, but this particular set is brand new here today. It's a set of 2 medium-sized stamps where you actually stamp like this and you can block out that important information. And we also, for the first time, have a design on this particular set of 2. Only one of them has the design, but we've never done that, which I think is super cool. $19.98 for your set of 2. And first of all, this is Diana Seastead, so I want you to say hello to her, because how long have you been bringing Guard Your ID to QVC?
Oh, it's been over 5 years.
Yeah, a long time that you've been protecting us.
Yes.
But now you're protecting us with a certain kind of style because of the one print and several colors that look nice enough you might actually want to leave them out. Right. So we have a set in the purple, and notice how each one of these has a 2-tone design, lighter and deeper shade of purple. Then we come up and this one is the turquoise. Next to the turquoise over on the other side is, hold on, this is the, we're actually calling it purple.
Oh, that's the navy paisley.
Oh, this is, sorry, I'm looking at it from behind. The navy paisley is on the front, but it's not on the back. So this is the navy paisley.
Right.
Then up here is the green. And then we also have the black. So you just decide which one of the sets of 2 you want to bring home, but it is a buy more, save more. The first one is $19.98 and every additional is $16.98 if you want to keep them in different rooms of the house. So for someone that's never seen Guard Your ID before,
Sure.
What is it really doing?
Well, what it's doing, it's basically camouflaging or covering up your personal information. It's so important. You never would want to take a bank statement that has your name, address, and account number and just take this and throw it in the trash or recycle bin, because those dumpster divers, they're looking for all this kind of information. Identity theft affects millions of Americans every year, so it's very important to make sure that they can't get their hands on things like this, because they could potentially open up an account in your name. It could be a cell phone or something. And unfortunately, with identity theft, you don't find out about it till it's already happened, and then you have to spend the time to repair that damage, to prove that that really wasn't you, and it's just an awful nightmare you don't want to deal with. But with the Guard Your ID stamp, what makes this so unique, as opposed to like scribbling it out, these are the characters that are actually on that stamped surface. There's 385, and you can see how they're kind of scrambled.
Yeah.
So all you have to do is stamp one time over that personal information. It's almost like an encryption. So you stamp, stamp. Now you can't read that from the front. You can't read it from the back. You can safely throw this into your recycle bin, your trash can. You know, if you have a shredder, there's things like boxes and bubble mailers and things that you can't shred. So this makes a really good supplemental piece to that.
Absolutely.
But if you don't have a shredder, I don't have a shredder, this is it. This is what I have to cover up part of account numbers, things that might have check numbers, anything with your name on it. Medical information is something, you know, you also want to cover up. But I love the size of this stamp because it is just right for a name and address with one quick stamp. I'm covering up all that information.
And you know what? It's so easy to use, and you are getting that set of 2. And by the way, if you're big on recycling like we are in my house, you very often cannot recycle the shreds because it messes up the giant machines. When you get it, you have to throw those out. So if you want to recycle more, this is a wonderful way to do it. But I do have a question.
Sure.
Are there certain types of paper we're not allowed to use this on?
You don't want to use this on glossy or coated materials. This is for just your matte papers only.
Okay. And by the way, close to 300 gone. Which one do you think is the most popular?
Paisley.
The navy paisley. It's so the only one they have ever done in their 5 years on QVC that has got the design on it. All of the other colors that we're looking at are the 2 or 3-tone colors. It's purple, turquoise, black, green, and that's the navy paisley. But I think this is so great, not only to have for yourself, but if you've got someone who's moving on their own for the very first time, they could be teenagers, you know, and they're not really thinking about stuff like this.
They are not. It's up to us to educate them, of course. And, you know, it's tax season, so many of us have, you know, those old tax forms and things we're trying to get rid of. We certainly want to make sure that social security numbers, names, and address, so just with a few stamps you can block out a whole bunch of information.
And you know what, they're self-inking, and this is what's so cool about it, is that you're never going to get ink on yourself, because you see it's completely hidden in there, and then it flips up. Like there it is, you're not going to get ink on yourself, and then it flips up just as you're getting ready to make that stamp.
And it comes with a little cover, so you just take the little cover off, and then you can just stamp away. And I love that they're portable, unlike a shredder. You know, I can just go wherever I open my mail. It's usually the kitchen or the laundry room while I'm
Right.
watching TV. Then I have one in the office that I can use when I'm paying my bills. There's always, a part that I'm sending back to the company, but there's always a part that I'm going to throw away that has
Right.
all that information, that I don't want to get into the recycle bin or trash can.
Which is really, really important. And so if you've got this, you're going to be ready to go. And by the way, you can get refills also, because how many stamps approximately will we
About
get out of each of these?
1,000 stamps with each
Okay.
one. So in the set, you're getting 2,000 pieces of information that you can, wipe out, obliterate. That's
Which is
your
great.
junk mail, it's your bills, it's, the boxes, the things that you just don't want that information getting into the wrong hands.
But if you do want to get the refills, I have an item number. It's V34718, and you can look those up on QVC.com. We've got them for you. So think about, maybe you've never really given this considerable thought because you thought maybe the shredder idea, or maybe you just think, I just rip them up and I scribble it out.
No, don't do that.
But there's a lot of people who do this for a living. They dive into dumpsters in the middle of the night to gather information. They can piece things back together if it is important enough to them. They will make sure the job gets done. But it is impossible, once this has been stamped, to peel your information out of that wacky encryption that they've done, because they've taken those characters and done them in completely different angles.
Exactly.
So that they
This
just
is
can't
just
see
the blown
through
up
it.
version of what it is. 385 characters. You can see some of them are a little bit scrambled, but that's what makes Guard Your ID so unique and so effective, because it really works. Once you stamp that, you're not going to be able to read through that from the front or the back, and then you can safely throw it away and know that nobody's going to use that and to steal your identity. It's a huge problem.
It is a huge problem. And this is a brand new set. Again, we've never had one that had the cute little print on it before, and it's the most popular. That's navy paisley, but we've got purple, turquoise, green, black. Buy more and save $3 if you want to get multiple sets. V34603. Thank you very much, my dear.
Thank you.
You're back later tonight. Well, the show is called Ace Your Space. And while we're talking about organizing and cleaning and even guarding your